Hello Gundam fans and welcome back to another Gunpla review video. This is going to be the Master Grade AMX 004 Qubeley. The suit piloted by Haman Karin, or Karin Haman, whichever one way you want to pronounce it. The badass lady from Zeta slash Double Zeta. Also the slightly pedo lady that was obsessed with a 14-year-old boy. Understood? Judo? I'm sorry, bro. She was a little obsessive with you. But anyway, this was her mobile suit from the series, and the big threat and the last final boss for Judo himself. Today I'm going to be reviewing the Master Grade version of this kit, and maybe assisting you in your next Gunpla purchase. So without further ado, let's go ahead and get into this review right now. Alright, so this is everything that comes in the box for the Qubeley. It looks like you got your standard manual. Definitely, if your manuals look like this, they're probably older than your grandmother. Watch my one short, I guess? I don't know. But yeah, they're old. Just kind of has some old pictures of the Qubeley back whenever it first came out. And, of course, it has that old, like, tab list kind of thing for the build. Now, over here, we get hands. I think they're supposed to be plates that go on these ones, kind of like that's on here. I don't know where they are. I only recently started getting organized, and this was one of my first, like, 10, 15 kits. And I built over 100 now, so I don't know where everything is. But anyway, you get two of these holding hands right here. Or two, what do you call, jazz hands. He's giving jazz hands. And then you get two of these, which are used to hold the beam sabers that are inside here. I'll show that in a minute a little bit more. But yeah, these are the hands. They're not the worst. I mean, Bandai did start to get the hang of hands by this point, but they weren't perfect by all means. Of course, the kit does come with two of these. I did find both of these, surprisingly. Comes with two beam sabers, yellowish, because it's special. There's only a few model kits that actually have yellow, so... And they're mostly Xeon kits, so... Anyway, though, let's go and get into the grand spectacle that is the Qubeley. So this kit right here is actually, for as old as it is, it's pretty solid. I mean, I have some panel lining messed up, because this is whenever I first started to learn how to panel line, so I wasn't the best with it. So anyway, we'll start with the usual that I do. I like to go with the feet first, because without the feet, they can't stand. So this Qubeley does have motion here. A bit of motion here. These are all ball joints, and the course it uses some polycaps inside of here to make that happen, because they were still using polycaps back in the day. Yep. You get some movement here at the tip. And then you get some bending movement with the actual, like, articulation of the leg. Now, these plates do come apart really easily here, which you can definitely see that inner frame. Both. Push that back down. These kneecaps, they do move. Now, this kit right here does lack a lot of articulation, because I think it's just so bulky is really what's going to happen there. Like, there's your sideways ballerina. Yeah, as good as you're going to get with the Qubeley. And then there's the kick forward, which isn't a whole lot. Can't really kick back much, and that's about it. It's really awkward. And not even moving all that much. Like, it's so limited, but it is on a ball joint. Alright, now we're going to move to the waist, which the waist here is a little loose for me. I don't know what's wrong with this kit, but it does come apart fairly easy, which, while it's apart there, it's just held on by a SMP polycap. The little, well, this is the part because this is easier to do. This piece right here moves up and down. These kind of move a little bit. I mean, it's still on a ball joint. You're not going to get very far there. So, let's go and put the two pieces together and then show that waist articulation, which, yeah, that's what you get. Alright, you got the cockpit in here, because again, these do have cockpits. It's really hard to get to, but it's flipped right there. There's a way, oh, there we go. I think that's how you do it. And then you open it up, and then there is a humming. Oof, done. Now let's get to the hands. So this set does come with a third set of hands, which I have on it now. These ones are the ones you have to put together each of the individual fingers there. And they're a little flimsy, so I don't like to move them much, but it's really neat if you get them into some certain poses, so I'll move this one to show. And they all articulate like that. And then it does move forward. You can make these two touch. Yeah. Alright. Then this one, for some reason, the thumb, they just kind of went, you know what, we're just going to throw a stationary, non-moving thumb, so it doesn't actually move a whole lot in the actual bends of the thumb itself, you know, like a human thumb. Now we're going to go with the hands. They connect in there pretty okay. This kit does have one other flaw, and that's going to be the shoulder comes out really, that's super easy to do. So just to show you the hands, without it being pushed in there, they move around like this, because they're also on a ball joint as well. Now there is a beam saber here, and I find it easier to get it out by just doing this. Oh, this one's not going to listen to me today. I guess not, but they do come out. If I can wiggle it out for you guys. One moment. Yeah, you know what, that one's just not coming out. We'll try the other one. I tried wiggling it, it's being stubborn. Alright, so yeah, a little more strength. If they were to make a 2.0, just strengthen a lot of these joints up. They're a little loose. And then, of course, it's so flat from the detail. So let's try this one. This one's also being stubborn. There we go. There's your beam saber. Yeah, sorry it took a moment, but that's what it is. And of course they go right back in here. Kind of like Spider-Man with the web shooters. Okay, let's move on to the arm. So it does bend up and down like that, like you saw a moment ago. Up and down. Not a whole lot of anything going on there. Next you have the shoulders, which it does go all the way to here. And then these shoulders do rotate, allowing this to rotate out, so you can do some stuff like that. Pushing it back down, it's a bit of a pain, because these are all polycaps on old stuff. So these do come apart like so you can do those awesome spreading wing flying poses that the Qubeley can do. Some halfway okay detailing under there, not the greatest. I panel lined a little bit. Like I said, this was my first project of trying to panel line, so I didn't even do that side. I tried this one, but I didn't do that one. So yes, they close together. There's the mechanism that allows them to do that. So they'll push together like, well, unless I break it first. There we go. They're pushed together now. Or are they? Because these things are a little tricky. There we go. And that's the shoulders. These do move up and down themselves. Not a whole lot of things going on. We don't really have a butt flap on this kit, but we do have a back flap. Now this back flap is kind of interesting because the Qubeley is known for its cones or its funnels. And this thing has all the funnels. Each of these will come out individually, so if you can get an awesome stand, I won't pull them out. Because it's explosion time. No, that was me. I pulled it out and pulled onto it. One moment. Okay, so yes, these do come out like so. And they push back in. And they all have different movements, so they can all move individually like this. So you can do crazy different things with the Qubeley. Oof. Alright. Next, the head doesn't have a whole lot of movement. You can't really do anything with it like this, but it does have a lot of this. Send help. So, that's the Qubeley for you guys. Now, I usually do a size comparison here, so let's go and get into that. Alright, so this is a bit of a bigger master grade. It's not like big in terms of height, it's big in terms of width. So we're going to put it right next to the Azaku. It's about the same height, just a little bit bigger. And then we'll put it next to the GP. Oof. Just to give you like the difference in height and the width. Because this kit, like I said, is wide. In fact, it's hella wide. And then for the final size comparison, because you guys already know this is a big boy right here, and you're going to see from the intro, I did do the double Zeta like in a battle scene with it, so that one's already been compared. Now here's what it is with the granddaddy himself, but a real great granddaddy, so 1/144 scale kit. Sorry Armoru, but you're going to get like smushed. Alright, and that's the end of this review right here. So, I'm going to go get into the rating system because I want to get this done over quickly. So, let's do it. I won't take too much of your time. But anyway, so whenever it comes to posability with this kit looks killer. Like, it's not the most detailed kit because it's just keeping that old school anime aesthetic. But for what it is, a 2001 kit, it's still not bad and it looks so intimidating. Like, so whenever you get into those poses, it just looks great. Now, whenever it comes to the actual articulation, this kit falls short. So I'm going to have to give posability like an 8 out of 10 because it still looks amazing. You can still do some cool stuff with it. But articulation-wise, it's going to get like a 4 out of 10. And that's because it's older. It doesn't really move a whole lot. And whenever it does move, it doesn't have the right joints. Now, whenever it comes to buildability, this kit was just a fun build. It's nothing crazy, so I'm going to have to give it a 5 out of 10 because it's just, you know, it's overall meh. So as a whole, the Qubeley gets like a 7 out of 10. Maybe we get a 2.0 and that will just change the game for it. So only thing we can do is hope. Now, I hope this has helped you with your next Gunpla purchase, and maybe the Qubeley is going to be your next. I guess you'll find out. Anyway, though, that's it for me on this one. If you're liking this video, please slash that subscribe button, and I'll see you in the next.